Hey, it's Max with Guitar Center. We're here at Winter NAMM 2025, and we just stopped by the Dunlop booth. We're chatting with our friend Brian over here about the all-new MXR Rockman X100. Brian, how you doing?
I'm doing great!
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So, Rockman's pretty exciting release for you guys.
It rocks, man!
Yes.
That's the first time I said that. That's an exclusive for Guitar Center.
When people hear Rockman, it probably brings back a lot of memories, specific sounds, specific eras. For those that are not familiar with the history, could you give us a little bit of a rundown here?
I certainly can. I'll tell you one thing or two about this pedal. So, Tom Schultz, guitar player, master from the band Boston, also, which a lot of people don't know, was an MIT graduate and an electrical engineer. So, not only was he a great musician, but he was a mastermind. He developed a headphone amp mimicking the Walkman fad of the 80s. And he turned it into a headphone amplifier. And it has great sounds in it. It was kind of gimmicky, but then it was like, hold on, wait, this thing is awesome. And you heard so many records, especially in the 80s, recorded, and they're still recording to this day. I know that I talked to Jerry Cantrell. He recorded his new record, and I think there's a track of Rockman mixed in the 1,000 guitars that he has on there. So ZZ Top, Def Leppard, and it just goes on and on and on. And when I demonstrate it, you're going to hear it. You're going to go, oh yeah, those are the sounds. So for the kids that don't know and don't remember that stuff, this is just a quality, great preamp. You can run it into an amplifier. You can run it into the return of an effects loop. If you really want the authentic sound, it sounds best when you just go directly into the DAW or into a board or whatever like that. That's the real authentic sound of it. But I'm really gonna be curious to see what the kids that aren't into all the classic stuff, what they're gonna do with it, because it's just a fun, great sounding pedal. There's 4 different channels or 4 modes. There's 2 cleans, and then there's 2 distorted modes. There's a chorus on there that is insanely fantastic. There's 2 parameter functions, 2 sliders. One is the output gain, one is the input gain. There's a ton of compression in here, which makes it really, really fun to play. Another thing to note, internally there's a switch, and that switch switches it to stereo, which we are operating at today with the TRS out. So you guys, if you're listening, there's gonna be a stereo wide spread.
So when you say it's inside, if someone wants to switch it, they just pop open the back and switch?
Unscrew the back, flip the switch, screw it back on, or not, whatever, and then have fun. Getting back to the history, in the 90s, Dunlop bought Rockman, and we have been manufacturing, selling, and distributing Rockmans for decades.
And there's a bunch of different versions of them too, right?
There is a bunch of different versions. There's a bass ace, there's a metal ace, there's a guitar ace. But this one is patterned after the original, the little rack one that was in all the studios back in the day. There's been an uptick in interest in Rockman, and we said, well, why don't we just do a pedal? And oh man, did the engineers knock it out of the park. In my opinion, it's badass.
All right, so Brian, before you give us a demo, can you just walk us through what the very basic setup is here?
Okay, so what you're gonna hear is you're gonna hear the guitar through the Rockman into this clean Milkman stereo amp, out into these 2 speakers stereo. To get the best sound, we going through this radial to get the split signal, so you're gonna hear a nice wide spread, because when the chorus is rolling, you wanna hear that stereo spread.
So we're here in direct, even though we've got these speakers in the room for our monitoring purposes.
That's exactly right.
All right, let's hear it.
So here it is, bypassed. And here it is engaged on the clean blue channel. Oh, I was close. Cool like that. You do a little chicken picking. Which a lot of people probably wouldn't think, because they're thinking all 80s, kind of modern rocky, kind of. Anyway, so that's that one. The next clean channel has got more of a mid nose. I think it's, for me, it's a little more percussive. I like it more for kind of a funky thing. And this is what it sounds like. So you really hear the compression.
Okay.
All right. Now into the classic rock. Close.
Sounds like you spent some Saturday mornings at Guitar Center.
Come on, bro. No stairway. Can't do that one. Forget it. I'll stop. Okay, so here's the distorted channel. You gotta make that face. I gotta say this. This is so fun to play. It is super fun to play. Here's what it sounds like without the chorus. Oh, that was without the chorus. All right, here's what it sounds like with the chorus. Woo! I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to sing. That's the Rockman. It's available now. Get them while they're hot because they're flying off the shelves.
Brian, thank you so much for your time. Thanks for digging into the Rockman. If you want to learn more, head to guitarcenter.com and stay tuned to our YouTube channel for all the latest new from NAMM.
And don't forget to rock, man!